Good afternoon, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID-19. Students, in the previous module, we discussed about the wildlife, that is flora and fauna, forest and wildlife, and their conservation. Here in this module, we are going to discuss about the role of community in the process of conservation. So, let us begin, student. Community and conservation. Conservation strategies are not new in our country. In history part, we have studied how the tribal communities tried well to save the different plant and animal species. Our ancient people also were worshipping the different natural things as they were getting different types of advantages from them. We often ignore that in India, forests are also home to some of the traditional communities. In some areas of India, local communities are struggling to conserve these habitats along with government officials, recognizing that only this will secure their own long-term livelihood. Unless we recognize these problems, their importance, we cannot think about these people. In Sariska Tiger Reserve, Rajasthan villagers have fought against mining by citing the Wildlife Protection Act. In many areas, villagers themselves are protecting habitats, explicitly rejecting government involvement, and they came in front to save the forest and wildlife. The inhabitants of 5 villages in Alwar district of Rajasthan have declared 1200 hectares of forest as the Bhairav Dev Dakhau Sanctuary, declaring their own set of rules and regulations which do not allow hunting and are protecting the wildlife against any outside encroachments. So you can see and understand here how the community played the important role, even better than the government, in protection of wildlife and forest. There is concept of sacred groves, that is, as a wealth of diverse and rare species. Sacred means that holy from the religious point of view. Nature worship is an age-old tribal belief based on the premises that all creation of the nature have to be protected. Such beliefs have presented several virgin forests in pristine form called sacred groves, the forest of god and goddess. Many of the plant species have been considered as sacred in our Hindu religion and different tribal communities. These patches of forest or part of large forest have been left untouched by the local people, and any interference with them is banned. Certain societies revere a particular tree which they have preserved from time immemorial. The Mundas, for example, Mundas and Santhals of Chota Nagpur region worship Mahua, which is scientifically named as Bessia latifolia, and Kadamba Anthocephalus kadamba trees, and the tribals of Odisha and Bihar worship the tamarind indica, and mango magnifera indica trees during weddings. You may have observed, of course, may have observed in different your relatives that during the marriage time this mango plants are used during the weddings, their leaves, their branches, even in different Hindu religion worships that wood material from the mango tree is used as a havan material. Too many of us people and banyan tree are considered sacred, and of course in Hindu religion none of the person, if believing in Hindu religion, will be ready to cut such people and banyan tree. So that way we contribute toward the protection of these different sacred groves. Indian society comprises several cultures, each with its own set of traditional method of conserving nature and its creation. Sacred qualities are often ascribed to springs, mountains, peaks, plants, and animals which are closely protected. You will find troops of macaques and langurs around many temples. If you visit any holy place and temple, of course you will find these troops of these macaques and langurs, or you can say monkeys, of simple word you can use, that they are how wisely, how properly cared and given a shelter to these places. They are fed daily and treated as a part of temple devotees. In and around Bishnoi villages in the Rajasthan, herds of black buck, that is also known as chinkara, nilgai, peacock, can be seen as integral part of the community and nobody harmed them. So this way our such kind of beliefs are contributing toward the conservation of these sacred groves and some animal species also. Community movements. Some of the community movements has taken place in the past in conservation process. The famous Chipko movement in the Himalayas has not only successfully registered deforestation in several areas but has also shown that community afforestation with indigenous species can be enormously successful. In this Chipko movement, students, the people of the community tried their level best by hugging the tree from being cut by the government officials, the forest people, and that way they protected the trees from deforestation. Attempts to revive the traditional conservation methods, developing new methods of ecological farming are now widespread. Farmers and citizens groups like the Beach Bachao Andolan in Tehri and Navdanya have shown the adequate level of diversified crop production without use of synthetic chemicals are possible and economically viable. In this, farmers are trying to save the traditional seeds by encouraging their community to use it. Otherwise, in near future, some of the seeds will extinct which has been traditionally used by the people for feeding themselves and their community. Of course, nowadays we are observing some of the seeds which our ancestors were using in problem, means at that time the problem was there whatever seeds grains are available at present easily, that HYV seeds that were not available earlier, and the people of that period were using those seeds for feeding themselves. So that was their foundation, that they were having those seeds only. But after a long period, again it is being observed those seeds which were used by our ancestors that time, it was adequately available and people were using that. Nowadays that are looking in scarcity is there of such seeds, but slowly people are shifting toward those grains and seeds as that has very proper and very good nutritional values, and those seeds which were earlier easily available and the people were not giving importance to that after getting HYV seeds, nowadays that only has become very costly if someone try to get it. So this way students, unless we see these traditional seeds, that cannot be seed for longer, and of course these have their own importance, and that way farmers played important role in this Beej Bachao Andolan in Tehri and Navdanya. Now another concept of protecting forest is there, joint forest management. This is a government program. In India, joint forest management program furnishes a good example for involving local communities in the management and restoration of degraded forest. The program has been in formal existence since 1988, when the state of Odisha passed the first resolution for joint forest management. Joint forest management depend on the formation of local institutions that undertake protection activities mostly on degraded forest and forest land management by forest department. What happens here? That in return, the members of these communities are entitled to intermediary benefits like non-timber forest produces and share in timber harvested by successful protection. And as these local people have better knowledge about the region than the government officials, they are playing very important role in protection of such forest. And that way it is successfully working in different parts of our country in protecting the forest. Lesson from dynamics. Whatever changes took place in the past, we get some lesson learning. The clear lesson from the dynamics of both environmental destruction and reconstruction in India is that local communities everywhere have to be involved in some kind of natural resource management, as the local people have better knowledge about the region. So of course they should be included in the process of conservation. But there is still a long way to go before local communities are at the center stage in decision making, as local communities are given very less importance by the government official, and then that way it is still a long procedure, and should be resolved, improved. Except only those economic or developmental activities that are people centric, environment friendly, and economically rewarding. So there should be some other benefits given to the local people so that they can play their more involvement in this conservation process. The tree is a peculiar organism of unlimited kindness and benevolence and make no demand for its sustenance, and extends generously the product of its life activity. So as the plants are doing everything for other people, the other people's responsibility is there to save them from all kinds of destruction. It affords protection to all beings, offering said even to the X-men who destroy it. As the forest, as the trees are offering protection in the form of said to that person also who is going to cut the tree. So that way we have to think over it. As plants are giving everything to us, we also need to think to return them something. So I hope you enjoyed the chapter, student, and you will follow different measures taken. You will understand the problem existing for forest and wildlife in our country, and when and in whatever way you will get opportunity in your life, you will definitely contribute to these activity in whatever form you can. So this was all about a student for today's. Now here homework. This is one question from your exercise only. That question number last question it is. Describe how communities have conserved and protected forest and wildlife in India. So as here in this module we discuss, and these materials has been taken from your textbook only. You can take help of your book, and you can take help of other sources of information by exploring the different websites, but it should be wisely done, not blindly done. So thank you, students. We'll meet in the next module. Till then, bye bye all of you.